Hi, Kitty. Thanks for having me.
Well, Carl, a long day so far. What are we learning about State Farm's request for a rate hike?
Well, it's been an interesting day so far with the hearing with State Farm Insurance, the California Department of Insurance, and Consumer Watchdog. The first 3 hours of the hearing was basically taken up with procedural issues. A little bit frustrating for those of us like me that would actually like to see what's going to happen with these rates. What's going to happen with these guidelines? What's going to happen with premiums for consumers? What's going to happen with availability of homeowners insurance? That's what I'm waiting to see in the first 3 hours was, well, we think they might not have filled out this form correctly. And well, we think they turned in that proof of whatever it is too late. And so you shouldn't be able to look at that proof anymore.
Well, how did that strike you?
It was it was kind of maddening, I have to be honest. But after 3 hours of that, there was a recess, in which case they came back and opening statements came. There was a statement that was made by State Farm, by Consumer Watchdog, and by the California Department of Insurance. And I'll tell you what I found fascinating about it. State Farm began, and they were explaining, remember, they're a pro-profit company, right? They make money. They're not a charity. They're not a nonprofit. They have to make money. And they had to sit there and basically tell the world that their bank accounts have run dry. They've gone from multi-billion dollars in surplus, which is how much money they have to pay claims, down to what they're looking to be this year, about 600 million. You can imagine what that looks like for someone that would be potentially looking to buy insurance from State Farm when State Farm straight out says we don't have money. It could not have been an easy thing to do. Then you have the Department of Insurance that is giving testimony saying we believe that this rate increase is necessary right now, period. And of course, I'm thinking, well, that's the Department of Insurance. Why does it need to go any further than that? That's the place that we should be making these decisions, right? Well, apparently not. And then you have Consumer Watchdog that steps in and amongst other things says, and I'm not joking, they said that we should not be looking at State Farm's financial situation or today's market conditions when making the decision whether State Farm should be able to get this rate increase or not. And I'm just dumbfounded because we're not supposed to look at those things. They're kind of important, I would think. At any rate, it turns out that the hearing is going to be going for several days based on what I'm seeing right now. I don't believe